Hey everybody, Akira's here. Welcome back to The Long Dark. Looks a little bit cold out there. It's pretty nice and warm in here though. But what we got? We got 1 hour daylight left. Maybe that's why it's looking kind of dreary out there. This will be episode number 50. We made it. Not just 50 days, but 50 episodes. So that's pretty good. We're 65 days in, 5 hours, 44 minutes, and we're trying to make it over to Pleasant Valley. Now, I have been saying that it's been all quiet on the Western Front when it comes to game updates, but yeah, I think that's soon to change. I've heard some chatter, and let's just say I think it's a good idea or it's a good thing that we're going to Pleasant Valley. So let's go ahead and looks like we're pretty good there. Let's just get some sleep. There we go. There are some new features coming. And it's not story mode, I will tell you that much. But new features that I think is going to change the way the game's played. Wow, at the nighttime it just looks so good now. I remember when we first started playing The Long Dark in those early alpha builds, it was just pitch black and it was just unbearable. But now, you know, with even a little bit of moon, with the amount of snow that's on the ground, you still get a lot of reflectiveness from it, and it seems very realistic, so I do really, really enjoy that. Alright, let's get something to drink here. Probably should have had something to eat, actually. How many calories? We'll eat when we wake up, I guess. Only got like 4 hours till daylight. So I was a bit disappointed that not everybody, well, you know, Fallout 4, my videos for that weren't as popular as I'd hoped, but that's okay. You know, this is a survival channel first and foremost, and I'll still play that, probably put maybe one video a week or something like that, kind of plug along at it. But this will still be my primary video, and I will say that I was very pleasantly surprised about the reception to Don't Starve, Shipwrecked. That game is just a lot of fun. So let's eat some crackers here. I think we had some food that we left in the mine, so I'm not too stressed about that. Plus there's some food laying around here, albeit dog food, I think, but food's food, right? So anyway, I think maybe we'll get some questions answered about some of those first, like when you first started playing this game, one of the initial questions everybody asks themselves. So I think maybe that'll be answered. Let's take that, and we'll take some dog food. I think I'll just go ahead and eat the dog food right now. It's the best place to store food and drink. The best canteen is your body, right? So I guess the best refrigerator is, or the best lunchbox is your body too. Alright. How we doing? Yeah, it looks fine. Let's get moving. Yummy, yummy. Dog food in the tummy. 12 degrees. We'll move. How fog is it? Fog? It's not that bad. We can make it to the mine. I don't want to be sitting around here for days and days and days. So I was thinking about going back and getting the deerskin pants just off camera, but I know exactly what would happen. Well, you know, I'd have to record it because I know what would probably happen. I'd probably end up dying, and I'd be like, "Oh man, I forgot to record it." But I decided against that. If I did die, you know, I'd make a video out of it. But if it went like if it was just a boring trip, I wasn't going to make a video out of it. No, you have to be a little careful here. We do know that this is a popular wolf route. What's he doing? Is he eating something? He's got something there. Let's see if we can get the high ground here and just kind of keep an eye on him. I'm gonna move a little bit slower. What is it when? Oh, it's 12 degrees. Now that we have the wind blocked, it's like 13 degrees. So let's just try to keep. Where's he at? There he is. I think we'll be okay here. As long as we keep the high ground, we should. Whoa! He tipped over. Endo right into his nose, right into his snout. Huh? Now can I get? Oh, let's stay below. I wonder if I can sort of hop down, sort of scale my way down. Probably not yet, but I don't know where he went. I think he walked back towards the camp, or towards the lookout there. So I'm just going to inch my way down here, see if I can find a way that I can sort of worm my way down here. I think I can. Okay, I think we've got enough distance now. I can. Whoa, that doesn't look like a really great jump, but see what we can do here. Okay. Ugh. Drat. Apparently he didn't go past me. What's the temperature out now? 14 degrees? Ah, it's getting warmer. Soon we're going to be putting on some SPF 100. Okay. Oh, there's your partner, huh? I'm almost tempted to flare these guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go have a union meeting. Come on, get out of here. What in the world are they doing? Oh my gosh, there's 3 of them. So freaking, it's the wolf pack. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, if they do ping me, I'm definitely flaring because I can get by all of them with 1 flare, which I think is reasonable. And you know, we're going to be on Pleasant Valley, and I'm sure there's going to be more flares there and all that noise. But if there isn't a window for me to get through, I'd like to take it. But the problem is I don't know what that wolf is doing back there that we've lost eyes on. So, gosh, yeah, they seem really indecisive. I think I'm just going to pop a flare and say be done with it. So let's do it. Let's just do that. I'm kind of tired of waiting. What's next? 2 bears coming up from behind there. Alright, let's just try to scare him this way if I can. I'm probably not going to be able to. Probably going to have to. Go on now. Get. Speaking of flares, I had to pop out a few flares at work. And, whoa, shoot, are you kidding me? Is he going to charge me? Okay, yeah, get on, go on, get. There should be another one around here. There he is. Alright, now you go on and get. What, was he going to come at me? Oh, I thought he was going to bounce off of that stuff and end up coming straight at me. Yeah, I don't know, he still might. Where's he at? He's up there. I think I should probably run. Oh, there, now those guys are... Wow, okay, that was intense. So, yeah, I get this just outside of our village. The sheriff's office is responding to a car that hit a pole. The wires are down on it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I start... Well, I'm like, they said that the driver is outside of the car, like, wandering around it. I'm like, I look at the screen to see where the deputies are at in relation to the call, and they're all on the opposite side of the county, so I am literally probably going to be there about easily 5 to 10 minutes before they are. So, and it's literally going to take me like 30 seconds to get there. So I tell them, you know, hey, if you don't mind, I'll head that way just to make sure she's not playing jump rope with the electrical lines. It sounded like that was the case, so they're like, yeah, that's fine. The officer in charge at the sheriff's office, the sergeant, said, yeah, that's fine, I appreciate it. So I start heading that way, and I get there, and I'm like, this house looks really familiar. And it's out in the middle, you know, it's a bunch of farmhouses out in this area. And I'm like, yeah, this is our chief's house, my chief's house. So I look at the front yard, and sure enough, there's a car in a ditch, and it's got just doing a quick once over here. Oh, cool. Is that coal? Yeah, take that. Reclaimable, we'll leave that. And sure, I don't know why I'm taking a coal. I guess just as a souvenir, I guess. But so I get there, and there's nobody outside of the car. Dispatch did say, hey, the person went inside of the house. So just a FYI. And yeah, I told him thanks. And I get there, and then somebody comes out of the house, like starts wandering back towards the car, and she's holding like towels over her face. So I'm thinking, well, this is the driver, which it was. And I go up and I grab her before she gets up close to the car, and I yank her back. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know, I've never been in an accident like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, well, that was the most obvious response ever. So, like I said, okay, I'll tell you what, here's a tip. Pro tip. Whenever you're not sure about something, don't go walking towards the electricity, okay? I told her that. I said, well, whenever you're not sure about something, don't go walking towards electricity. She's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, are you injured? She had a little bit of a bloody nose, nothing too major. So I get on the radio and I'm like, you know, I give my unit number and I say, hey, call the chief's cell phone and let him know that, tell him that this is outside of his house, and if he's home, stay inside. And if anybody else is home, stay inside too. So they say, actually, it was the chief that called it in. I'm like, oh, okay then. So, did I go a different route? I think I did. So anyway, there's somebody down there stopping traffic on the opposite side of the street that's obstructed. Can I search his backpack? No, can't. So, probably going to run out of the flare. I'm probably going to bust out the lantern here soon. So, it turns out that silhouette, the person who was stopping cars on the opposite side of the roadway from where I had arrived, was my chief. And what had happened was he was making a left turn into his driveway, and this lady was behind him and was impatient for whatever reason. I mean, this is like nighttime, and it's like there's nobody on the roads. And she decided to pass him on the left. So he was making a left into his driveway. There's nothing to the right. Nothing at all. I mean, like fields for a quarter mile. And we're at Pleasant Valley. Woohoo, we made it. And she decided to pass him on the left, even though he was signaling and making a left turn. And then she realized the error of her ways when he started to encroach upon her lane as she was passing in his blind spot. And she yanked her wheel over. I love Pleasant Valley. They yanked her wheel over and went into the ditch, and at which point she hit the power pole. So anyway, that was my little. I had to go down to the opposite end of the road and basically stop traffic from heading down there, which wasn't too bad. Like I said, it wasn't too busy or anything like that night. So I busted out some flares and sat there and waited for the sheriff's office to clear up the scene and the firefighters and all that good stuff. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Sergeant from the sheriff's office was like, "Hey, thanks for assisting on that. We really do appreciate it." And I said, "Hey, not a problem." He goes, "I got a good picture of your chief filling out a witness statement." I was like, "That's pretty funny." I said, "Did you inform him of the penalties and consequences of falsification?" And he just laughed. And you know, my chief's a really good guy. He's a real honest guy. So he's the type of guy that whenever someone makes a mistake, he says, it was probably my fault because I didn't explain it clearly, but this is what I meant by that. And so he always like softens the blow like that way. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But yeah, then I had another call earlier this week where I had a deputy in a sheriff's vehicle. Two-way stop. The cross traffic had right of way. The state route had the right of way, and he stopped and for whatever reason started up again and T-boned this car. Luckily, it was just a graze. The car drove off into a field basically, and nobody was injured or anything like that. But got the cruiser camera from that, and it was I had to end up citing a deputy, which I was a little apprehensive about because I didn't want to start like a freaking ticket war with an agency, in case they weren't. I didn't know how. I'm pretty new to the area, and I didn't know how they'd react. But they were really nice about it. Like his sergeant showed up and said, "Hey, I'm not telling you how to do your job, but my guy's at fault, just so you know. So we're expecting a ticket." He said, "But you do your investigation however you want, and we'll deal with it. We'll accept your decision." And yeah, it was pretty obvious he was at fault, unfortunately. But that's what happens. So cruiser he's going to need a nose job, and the deputy got cited. So I figure if we take police officers, this last week at least, if we take police officers off the roadway, we decrease our accidents in or around our village by 100%. So that's the one thing I'm seeing that's in common. Alright, let's head in here real quick. Might pick up some food or something. I don't know. How much can we carry, actually? We only have a couple pounds of wiggle room, so we really just want to make it to the farm homestead. That's the main goal at this point. Just make it there safely. So it's been a rather strange week. And it was, I mean, the deputy was graceful about it. He was, you know, I'm probably getting cited for this. And it was an hour before dusk, and there was no rain or anything like that. And he said, I don't know where he came from. And I'm like, man, it's like a quarter-mile visibility in both directions. I don't know how you missed him either. He goes, the witness that stopped said he didn't have his headlights on. And I'm like, yeah. I look around and I'm like, yeah, man, but it's pretty freaking bright outside. There, I don't think headlights are required right now. And he's like, yeah, I just how did he put it? Yeah, I just was trying to figure out how I did not see him, and that's the only thing I could think of. I'm like, oh, okay. I think what he did was he said it like that, but he's kind of throwing it out there, like maybe I'll go, yeah, you know what? He didn't have his headlights on, but that works. We're not going to cite you now. But no, you know, like his sergeant said, his sergeant got on scene, the sheriff's office sergeant, and he's like, I told him, I said, yeah, your deputy mentioned that the other guy's lights weren't on, and I said, even now that you're here, a few minutes later, I said, still pretty bright outside. And I said, I'll take a look at the law and see what it says, but I said, I don't think you need to have lights on it this time, no matter what. I said the only way he would is if it was raining, and we have this new state law in Ohio where if it's raining and if your wipers are on because of rain, you have to have your headlights on as well. Not just your daytime runners, but your headlights, because if you just have your daytime runners on, then you still have your taillights off. So you need to have your actual headlights on, which means your taillights are on too, so people behind you can see you. And I said, it's not even raining. I said, otherwise, you know, that might be a possibility. And the sergeant is like, you know what? It's just a contributing circumstance. My guy's still in the wrong, because, you know, it's his duty to make sure that intersection is clear before he crosses. I'm like, it's really nice. I wasn't sure how this was going to go. Ooh, coho salmon. Whoa, 1,400 calories. I can't carry that, but I'm going to. Okay, so we're a little way down. That's okay. A little fatigued from running from the wolves, but I think we'll be just fine getting to the. We'll put that back. I'm gonna try to find a better pair of pants, or maybe another pair of. Man,
stuff will come in handy.
Someone was collecting scarves around here. Antibiotics. Let's grab the water bottle. Oh, there's another lantern. You know what? I think we just need to head to the farm homestead. I'm gonna take those. I think I've used a few of them already. Saw the antibiotics still back there too. Don't worry. I think I actually mentioned it, but we'll check the rest of this. You know, we can always come back here. Energy bar. Thank you. I could use that. I might just eat that salmon, right? Well, no. I should have ate it. Is there a fireplace in here? There's not really anywhere to cook it. But it was nice, because I didn't know how... This is the first time I ever had to deal with the other agency in this county. In sort of an adversarial type way, like an investigation way. And it was like, awesome. It's exactly what you want. If you're a cop with integrity and honesty, and you always seek to do the right thing no matter who is at fault, then that was really refreshing to see that position taken. My old department was that way, though. I mean, my old big urban department, I mean, it was like, the only thing that they had was if you were going to cite one of your own officers, like a city officer, a fellow city officer, it had to be approved by the chief. And the reason why the chief had to sign off on it was they didn't want officers just trying to, like, one officer cites somebody he doesn't like, and then that officer starts citing him every chance he gets. And then you end up with like this internal feud, which is like not good for a bunch of piddly stuff. So the chief actually would have to sign off on it. Oh, wood matches, yes. Cardboard matches, yes. It's like the wood matches had babies. All right. They're not as reliable, and they're weaker. That's why they're the babies. 21 degrees. Let's get moving. I think it wind's at my back, I think. I haven't seen a wolf yet. Yeah, wind is at my back. What's that? Oh, it's just a piece of road. Anyway, that was... Sorry, it's... Oh, hey, here's a... there's something else that happened here. Last week. So, what do you call, or actually, what's the proper response on the radio when dispatch gives you this call? Please respond to the area of such and such street, which is our main thoroughfare, for a report of, and it was actually kind of busy at this time of day, for a report of 2 pigs in the street. And then your sergeant jumps on the radio and says, I'll be heading that way also, before you have a chance to respond. What's the proper radio response here? Is it A, clear, B, I'll be en route, or C, soon to be 4 pigs in the street? Well, I don't know what the right answer is, but I said C. And, yeah, that was a pretty good... I mean, it was one of those few moments where you had an absolutely clean joke that was kind of hilarious. That was, like, radio appropriate. It's one of those, I don't care who you are, that's funny type of a jokes. And if someone was to object to that, you'd be like, man, he has absolutely no sense of humor. Okay, I saw that wolf over there, don't worry. He was kind of heading my way, so I'm just... Okay, let's see if we can... get past him. I'm going to try to run a little off of his vector and see if... Yeah, we should be fine. Okay, we're starting to get tired. That's okay. We're getting close. Yeah, we should be fine. There shouldn't be a problem with that wolf. Now the next question is, what other wolf has pinged me from the other side, but it doesn't look like any of them have yet. So I think we're safe. Pleasant Valley is just one place that I don't think I've actually explored the entire map yet. I had some really close calls in Pleasant Valley back out around that area. I got caught in a blizzard and ended up almost dying, but somehow I started a fire, like just in an outcropping of rocks, and managed to survive. That was really good. I think that was in my 50-day series, survival series. Someone was saying, "Hey, you need to go check out Firewatch, the new game coming out." And I went and looked, and you know, I thought, "Oh man, is it out?" But I already knew about the game. I actually used the background from Firewatch for my 50-day challenge series thumbnails on my videos. That's actually a wallpaper from Firewatch. There's another wolf there. I think that's a wolf. Yeah, it's a wolf. Alright. So here's a break in the fence. We're going to take advantage of that break. And we're not going to go through the main gate there. Oh, you know what? This isn't even the... This isn't even the farm homestead. I think I'll come back here because I can't carry anything. I got a little bit further. We got a little bit further to go. We're in this together. At least April and I are. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I guess if I do good, you guys can say, "Yeah, it's we." And if I do something real boneheaded or screwed up, you're like, "What a moron! It's a you." Saw one of those fence posts and it looked like a wolf. I was like, holy crap. Take a quick peek up here. See what we're up against. Okay, is there a break in the fence here? Because we got 2 wolves down here. There's one there, and then there's one a little bit further down. Right there. We're going to have to be cognizant of. I really don't want to have to run again. I really don't have to burn another flare. 2 flares in one episode on purpose is just absolutely horrible. Oh, I hate these hills. I hate going over the tops of those hills like that. Oh, there's a deer over there. Well, hopefully all my efforts to avoid the deer aren't going to walk me straight into a bear or something crazy like that. Should be good, though. I mean, if we do get attacked by a bear, we're going to be hurting. We'll be at 10% health. But at least with 100 health, we do survive an initial attack. A bear attack will take 90% off you. So... Oh, yeah. Isn't this Heartbreak Bridge or something like that? Or is this... What's the other one? Contemplation Bridge? I always get these two mixed up. This is just such an awesome map right here. You know what's really neat is that Hinterland with this game has really laid a great foundation for their game studio. And even when they're done with The Long Dark as a game series, just think about the type of stuff they're going to produce after that. I mean, Raph, Alan, all those guys, Dave, everybody who's new to the team. Heartbreak Bridge. Okay, this is Heartbreak Bridge. They're gonna go on to do great things. They've already done great things in the past. That's how I knew that when they started together as a team. I looked at their resumes and I'm like, Jesus, this is like an all-star collection who decided to start a franchise. And they're like going to the Super Bowl their first freaking year. their inaugural season. But yeah, I think that they got a lot of respect from their viewers and their, or I shouldn't say viewers, I should say customers, just because of how responsive they are, how hard-working they are. I mean, they're truly professionals. And it's even more obvious when you look at the typical early access greenlit games that come out, the developers in those. I mean, they're basically fly-by-night type things. Snake oil salesmen. For the most part. There are some good ones out there, and it's very refreshing when you find one. But alright, so here we are. Home sweet home, guys. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for quite a long while, so there's a good hunting here. There's a pretty good rabbit grounds here, and I think there's some over there too somewhere. Maybe it's a bit over there. But we got bear that like to come by and say hello occasionally. We got a ton of wolves out there. Anyway, not a bad episode. Not a bad episode at all. Hope you guys enjoy. And there's our cellar, which has our workbench in it. So let's get inside. It's getting cold out. It's got to be getting cold. Yeah, everything's starting to look a little pink or red. Alright, there's our big stove. We got some matches. We got sewing kit. We'll do a inventory dump and an inventory collection, and probably do a lot of organizing in the next episode, you know. So don't get too excited about going and doing a bunch of adventuring in the next episode. That is a big ass rocking chair. That thing's huge. Can I sit in it? Oh no, I can just break it. I can't sit in it. I can destroy it though. So we got another lantern. Books. I bet you can bust up those pillows. There we go. There's some cloth. We've got another fireplace, lantern. Yeah, this place is is a great jumping off point. Let's see if we have a rifle in here. Another rifle. We might. It's no big deal if we don't. We're gonna. Oh, there's a couple. There's some neat things in this next episode or this next update. I'll tell you. There's some severely neat things. Things that have been mentioned a long. Yeah, we got ourselves a rifle. Things that were mentioned a long time. 88%. Nice. Mentioned a long time ago, and they're coming to fruition. So I'm excited to see that. All right, let's just head upstairs. Go ahead and get a little bit of sleep. I'm gonna grab the warm bed. Might as well, right? It's 51 in here. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's actually a pretty good coat.
I'll take it.
That's actually a pretty good coat, but the wolf coat's better. But I think that might be the. I don't know. I think that might be the next best coat in the game. It's either that one or the heavy winter coat or whatever, quality winter coat. I'm not sure which. I think that one's better. Could be wrong. All right, so here's our same 81%. We're good to go there. Just gonna eat something here real quick. Just throw some calories on board. Let's get something to drink. We're gonna be here for a while, so it's time to do some exploring, doing some hunting, get our mittens, craft up our bear roll. So we got some things to do in the next few episodes. But all right, like, comment, subscribe, hit that tip jar if you want to be a producer on my videos, on our videos, right? I didn't screw this one up, so it's ours. On our videos, head on over to Patreon page, patreon.com/accuracy2, and I'll see you in episode number 51. Thank you so much for watching.